Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome to another episode of The Last Podcast You'd Want. I'm Steve,
I'm Travis.
and we are coming at you after, at least a two possible 3 week hiatus. Lots has been going on. I was out of town for 2 weeks. Travis was out of town for a little bit.
Shit be happening in our
Shit
lives. That's the
be
way of the world, baby. You
happening.
guys better accept it.
And with the way the world happens, with the way the cookie crumbles, I'm never happy to make this announcement. I want to say this is guest number 4 of the show. My father, last Friday night, passed on to the other world. He was the first guest that I had on the show. He was the first guest I wanted to have on the show. I was very happy to have him as a guest. I'm very sad to see him go.
Yeah, sorry to hear the news about that. Never got to personally meet him, but clearly a great man, and it's a great loss, and I'm sorry for that. And
I appreciate that. But with that, we are going to keep on going because my dad would have never wanted me to mope and sit and cry around and all that shit. So we both went to the movies. I went and saw Bullet Train. You went and saw Dragon Ball Z Super.
you're getting confused here, and the fans of the franchise are gonna be upset. So I'm just gonna step in here.
Yeah.
It's Dragon Ball Super superhero. Kind of a confusing title, so it's a mouthful. But we'll get into that later.
So is it Dragon Ball Z?
Well, no. See, there's different iterations of Dragon Ball. In the 80s, the original one when Goku was a kid is just Dragon Ball. And then there's that was around in the 90s. That's like the most popular one, I think. And then recently they did Dragon Ball Super, which was an even more recent adaptation where they've taken their power levels to even higher, unimaginable heights.
To over 9,000?
Oh, Stephen. Yeah, basically. I mean, to godlike levels. So essentially, immeasurable on the old power ratings. So, yeah.
You know what, Travis? I don't follow Dragon Ball. I don't follow Dragon Ball. I could tell you when I was a kid, I had a Goku action figure. My aunt and uncle lived in Japan, so I remember playing with it, not knowing what it was, but I remember the hair, and it was a blue and black outfit. So I'm assuming that's Goku.
It's got to be blue and black.
It's probably Dragon Ball. It's probably original Dragon
Actually,
Ball. So it might be Gohan. Who knows? I don't know. I know the characters. I know Boo.
could be Vegeta. I don't know. He did
Uh,
wear more of a purple, but I feel like he had a red belt in his early days.
no, I have no idea. I couldn't tell you. Did you enjoy the movie? Will people of the series have fun going to see it in the theaters?
I absolutely think they will. I did very much so. Hour and 40-minute romp into the world of Dragon Ball. Did not disappoint. Much different style of animation than I'm used to seeing. I mean, even apart from what's been updated in the Super, it had a different touch to it, and I couldn't really put my finger on it, but I liked it a lot. So I think that most people typically enjoy the visual aspect of this. And it kind of really just explored some of the strengths of some of the more minor characters. Essentially, Goku and Vegeta are off sparring with each other and kind of distracted and leave Piccolo, Gohan, and some of the other. I don't want to go too far into it, but leaves it up to them to try to. People have been upset with Gohan in the franchise. He was Goku's first son, and there was kind of prophecy that could potentially be stronger than anybody ever, like in the whole world, even stronger than his father, who was already insanely strong. So people had really high hopes for his character arc and hoping that he would, do that and break through to these new levels that we never seen before. And he turned out to be more of a bookworm. Had the same intensity that his father had for training, but for learning things. Well, not bad thing, but his father doesn't understand it. Some of the fans don't understand it. And with threats in the universe out there and his potential power, it's really a disservice to the whole Earth for him not to be training because he could really protect us from some really bad guys, and that's kind of Piccolo wants him to train more, and then when this new enemy arises, another iteration of the Red Ribbon Army, he's forced to push his power levels and actually go back to fighting and be like, oh, I do need to kind of train because this shit is serious.
I think this is an underlying message to the parents of the world that are in the military to not force your kid to try and be a military child. Just let them be them. I have no idea.
You're onto something. You really can't. Like, no matter.
It's cross platforms. Don't make your child try and be you. Let your child figure out who they are.
It won't work. Try as you might, it won't. They're gonna be whoever they're gonna be. That's
Travis, I know that we're recording on a Thursday night, but as of right now, we got the top 6 in the box office. Coming in at number 6 with $5 million, Minions: The Rise of Gru. We got with 5.4 million at number 5. Nope. Also with 5.4 million at number 4, Thor: Love and Thunder.
Solid.
Number 3 coming in at 7 million, DC League of Super Pets. Top Gun Maverick has soared to number 2 at 7.1 million. And coming in at number 1 in the box office with 13 million, the movie that I saw on Saturday, Bullet Train. My stepdad and I went and got some breakfast, and he was like, "What time were the movies that you wanted to see?" And so we went at 11:26. We bought a ticket to the 11:20 showing of Bullet Train. We got 2 trailers. We got The Invitation, which we've talked about. And a new trailer, The Woman King, which I think is very interesting. I'm very intrigued to see this movie. It's based, I believe, on actual events, but it is about a group of army women in Africa that have to defend their land. Viola Davis, I believe, is the main actress. Yes, and this movie looks awesome. You should go check out the trailer. I'm
sold already, to be honest.
I think it looks really good. But with that, I went and I saw Bullet Train, a movie that up until watching it and then going through, fun cast, great story, great action. Little did I know that where is his name? Oh, there we go. Little did I know I'd be seeing the acting debut of Benito A. Martinez Ociaso, who you might know as Bad Bunny.
Oh, no, yeah, I knew he was going to be in this for some reason.
Yeah, did not know. Every time he was on WWE, he always had his sunglasses on. So seeing him without the sight, it's different. Not a big Bad Bunny fan, not gonna lie, not a fan of necessarily of what he does. Did a great job in this movie. Brad Pitt was great. Bunch of other people. Hiroyuki Sanada. Sanada. Yeah, that's right.
Sure. You're not gonna hear me try to correct it.
And he was in Mortal Kombat. I don't want to give away everybody that's in the movie. Fun little cameo by Masi Oka. You're going to know him as Hiro from the ABC TV series Heroes. Yeah. He had a fun little bit in that. Fun. I can't say
about that enough. Show.
It was a blast. Aaron Taylor Johnson is in it. Joey King is in it. It's a fun movie on a bullet train with lots of good action, some good comedy, and some good,
So you're saying you recommend it?
Yeah, I say definitely go check it out. Of course, the man in charge starring in it, of course, is Mr. Brad Pitt, which will lead us to the first time in a long time, a little corner piece, a little focus walkway. Just talking about a couple movies here and there over the years from Mr. Brad Pitt.
I mean, a very worthy candidate. He's got an illustrious career, an illustrious resume. We could go through very different segments of it and have a good time exploring.
In reality, Brad Pitt started acting in 1987, playing a boy at the beach in a movie called Hunk. The first movie I legitimately remember seeing him in, because I did not see Thelma and Louise when it came on out, is Cool World, where he plays a character named Frank Harris. This is one of the first movies that I remember seeing that did the cross of live action to animation. Kim Basinger is going to be another big movie in this. Gabriel Burns is going to be another big name in this. But this was,
Basinger or Bassinger?
get that out of here. It doesn't matter. It's not a good movie though. Cool
I'm
World.
gonna tell you said that right now.
Cool World, super silly movie. Great. Yep. As you just pretend to get on the phone with her.
Great podcast bit to do a visual like that. I hope everybody at home really enjoyed that.
I hope everybody's watching on YouTube. Hello. 92 was the same year he did Cool World. He did A River Runs Through It.
True Romance? No?
True Romance would be 93, would be the same year he did California. So that was two weird, 94. I mean, in reality, it's just banger after banger. 94, you get Interview with the Vampire, Legends of the Fall, and 7. 95, you get 12 Monkeys. 96, you get Sleepers. 97, you get The Devil's Own and 7 Years in Tibet. 98, you get Meet Joe Black, and he's uncredited for playing himself and being John Malkovich. 99, one of his greatest films ever, Fight Club, followed by another one of his greatest roles ever, in my personal opinion, 2000, the only film he did in 2000, Snatch.
Such a good fucking movie.
He plays Mickey. So good.
Changed my opinion on what a good movie could be, to be honest.
Dude, Guy Ritchie just knows how to knock it out of the park with the movies he did. And I just watched Snatch the other day. Like, it's so good. From starting to end, there are just such good lines in the film. We could do an entire episode, you and me, probably just talking about Snatch, and I'm talking about the movie. In 2001, he knocks out 3 movies. He gets The Mexican, Spy Game, and Ocean's 11.
Oh, damn. Yeah, that's a trifecta.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. He does a little bit of TV work. He does The Sinbad and the Legend of the Seven Seas in 2003. 2004, we follow up with Ocean's 12. 2005 knocks it out with Mr. and Mrs. Smith. 2017, we get Ocean's 13, which not as good as the other ones, and the assassination of Jesse James by the coward Robert Ford.
Long but good movie. Mr. and Mrs. Smith, I feel like, is one that goes untalked about and flies under the radar. Vince Vaughn has a really funny role in that.
Vince Vaughn's got a great one.
Angelina Jolie's great in that. And when I still had a DVD collection, that was one of my go-to watches. That's just such a, I think that's a great fucking movie. I kind of want to watch it now. I forgot about it a little bit, and I think that most people do. Don't be one of those people.
It's a fun one. 2008, he knocks out Burn After Reading and The Chronicle and The Curious Case of Benjamin Button.
He's a character in Burn After Reading. This guy's comedic chops for somebody who's been mostly, well, I guess not too uncomedic, but he's so fucking funny in that role. He thinks it's a Schwinn. Fucking, that movie is fucking pitch perfect Coen Brothers action, and only they could envision him doing something like that instead, because I feel like that's changed a lot of the way we look at him since then. And you like you said, he's just had a lot of fun picking his different roles since.
And he's really versatile, which takes us to the next movie, 2009, Inglourious Bastards.
Yeah, yet again, that's fucking what another complete 180 from what other films that he's done. 2011,
he knocks out Moneyball.
Personal favorite, just a big baseball fan myself.
2013, we get World War Z, 12 Years a Slave, and The Counselor. Not sure what The Counselor is, but I know World War Z and 12 Years a Slave. We get Fury knocking out in 2014. Recently watched that one within the last year. Very good film. Very good cast. Yeah, John Berthel is also in there. The Punisher.
Good. He's good. Yeah, you don't have to remind me. Although for the fans at home, yeah, Punisher.
There's another good one. We're coming up kind of towards the end of the run right now. Great little cameo in 2018. What movie?
Wait. Oh, Thor Ragnarok.
No.
He's a great little cameo. No, he's on it. That's Damon.
Deadpool 2. Matt Damon is also in Deadpool 2.
See, I connected the dots I didn't even mean to. But who is he in? I need to rewatch that.
Brad Pitt or Matt Damon?
Well, both. Just go ahead.
Matt Damon is the redneck with Steve Tudyk, I believe.
They're talking about wiping their butts?
Yeah, at the beginning of the movie. And Brad Pitt in Deadpool 2 is the Vanisher. You only see him when he gets electrocuted on the power lines. He's part of X-Force. It's him. It's Bill Skars. It's him. It's Bill Skarsgård.
I know. I just
Terry Crews.
I've never looked at. I know who's X-Force is.
The guy that gets electrocuted. It's Brad Pitt.
How did I not know that?
In 2019, he knocked out both Once Upon a Time in Hollywood and Ad Astra. Travis, are you really just now finding out?
Yes.
Oh man, that's
Sorry
great.
to yell. I'm gonna tell Wesley about this.
In 2022, he brought us The Lost City with a great cameo and Bullet Train. And the only reason he ended up being in The Lost City is because Channing Tatum, surprise spoiler alert, is a brief role in Bullet Train. And Bullet Train started filming before The Lost City. And him and Sandra Bullock had such a fun time, they offered him a small role in The Lost City.
Interesting. Well, I wish he'd been more in The Lost City, but that was a really hilarious cameo. So yeah, again, I love the choices that he's making,
and
roles that he's taking.
That's the quick rundown of Mr. Brad Pitt.
Yeah. When's his birthday?
Oh, let's find out. Oh, speaking of which, let's do some birthdays. His birthday is December 18th, 1963. Travis, celebrating a birthday today. He should have been the man, because we're going to talk about the show later that has a connection. Mr. Ed Norton. How old is Mr. Ed Norton turning today?
51.
53. So close.
Okay. Out of the gates shooting, I'm around the rim. That was rattling around, didn't go down, but
Robert Redford.
Ooh, I was thinking about him earlier. I think maybe because you said the Mexican, although I'm not even sure if he's in that. But he's definitely been in some movies with Brad Pitt, and Brad Pitt's kind of the modern Robert Redford, if you ask me. 87.
86, so close.
Oh, from 2 years to one. Oh, dude, if I hit this one on the head.
Today,
rigged.
Sweet D.
From
Caitlin Olsen.
Also the Mick, if you've seen that shit.
Also the
funny
Mick.
show.
Also the Mick. How old do you think she's turning?
44. No. 42.
Oh, you were closer with 44. 47.
Oh, god dang. All right, I'm getting cold. All right, come on. Give me another one. Come on.
All right, how about the poor man's Jack Nicholson, Mr. Christian Slater? He was in Gleaming the Cube. He was in Broken Arrow. He was in Cuffs.
What's the one where he's the radio DJ? Pump Up the Volume?
That's right.
A good
Pump
one.
Up the Volume. That's right. How old do you think Christian Slater is?
True Romance?
How old do you think Christian Slater is turning?
54.
53. You are getting so close.
Come on.
Oh man, and the birthdays just keep on coming. Mr. Andy Samberg.
Ooh, okay. Big fan. Lonely Island, all that good shit. Hot Rod. Which you need to watch. Folks, add him if you don't. If you haven't. He's probably older than I think, but not as old as... I want to say he's maybe like 10 years older than me. So I'll go 41.
44.
Not bad.
All right. How about, let's see here. I think it's super funny because I just watched The Long Kiss Goodnight today, and one of the actors, Craig Bierko, who you're gonna know as the field reporting agent with Johnny Depp in Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas.
Yeah, okay.
It's so funny. It is his birthday today. I'm not going to make you guess because you probably don't really know who I'm talking about. But also celebrate. I just think it's funny that I was watching that movie and I was like, where do I know that guy? And it was Fear and Loathing, and today's his birthday. Dennis Leary. How old do you think Dennis Leary is turning?
Ooh, I don't know. Somebody might need to rescue me on this one. Let's see. If I was going to start an underground revolt. Let's see. 60,
Jesus
60,
Christ.
60.
You're tearing him down like a real demolition man, Travis. My God.
Yeah, 63.
65. Oh my God, Travis. You are getting. How about Malcolm Jamal Warner?
Oh, Theo Huxtable. I love him. He's got to be getting up there. He had a show with George Costanza for a little while. Or not George Costanza, but that was the weirdest moment on television history.
We got two more for you after this one to try and get you on the board. If you do not get Malcolm Jamal.
Oh, he was always on Community. That's where I remember seeing him most recently, and he looked great.
Yeah. He played Yvette's ex-husband.
Well, yeah. Okay. He's got to be getting up there, though. He was in his early 20s and the late 80s, early 90s. 64.
Jesus Christ, you're cruel. He's 52.
What?
He's 52.
Oh, that way off.
Teenager. He was a teenager in the 80s.
Oh, I did my math wrong.
Oh my God.
You guys. I just said he was in his early 20s and the late 80s, early 90s, and then instead of adding 30 years, I added 40 years.
Martin Mull. Mr. Martin.
Could have been
Mr. Martin Mull. How old is Martin Mull turning today?
I don't even know.
Do you know who Martin Mull is?
No.
Have you ever seen the movie Clue?
Yeah, like barely on TV, like
He's
forever ago.
He's Colonel Mustard. He's DJ in Jingle All the Way. He was on the Rocks. He was on the Roseanne Show. He was on Arrested Development.
67.
He was on Arrested Development. He played Gene Parmesan.
Yeah, I'll stick with my guess. 67.
79.
Damn.
Final guess, Travis.
Fuck.
Former guest of the podcast from School of Rock, Miss Rivka Reyes, or just Riv. It's
bass player.
Birthday. Yes, the bass player, Rivka Reyes. Happy birthday, Rivka.
$30.
Whoa, ladies and gentlemen, Travis on the final one gets it absolutely wrong.
X-Force.
Gets it absolutely wrong.
Oh.
No, I'm just kidding. She's 30.
Don't play with. It's too late at night to play with my emotions, Steven.
Travis. That was so
a
much
good run.
fun. All right. Well, Travis, what are you watching? What are you excited for that's coming on out?
Excited that's coming out. I still need to go see Bodies.
So do I.
But I don't think anything's coming out necessarily.
Well, what are you watching on TV then that you want people to possibly check out, or you're pumped?
I'm gonna see Rogue One in IMAX in a couple weeks or next week.
Because it's the best Star Wars movie.
Yes, and because of Andor coming out in September. That's way off. What I'm watching right now is a new show that just premiered on Hulu on the 12th of August called This Fool, about a guy whose older cousin was a gangbanger. He was a more straight-laced kid. Now he works at a rehabilitation center for ex-convicts, and his cousin's just gotten out of prison, so he's actually trying to help him. But, of course, they have an interesting dynamic.
Hugs, not thugs.
Yeah, exactly. It's really hilarious. It's kind of a time capsule type of thing with this guy not being caught up with the world and a commentary on the new like woke society. Like he's got all these outdated shit that he does, and the way and the different amount of characters and the different backgrounds and other comics and the way they call him out on like just how self-aware they are of like what he's really doing and project just the and the call just the open communication, everything is really funny, and like to watch him try to adjust to a world that he just completely doesn't understand. I highly recommend it.
Excellent. Speaking of a movie where people are outdated and don't quite get what's going on, next Monday is the season finale of season 2 of Only Murders in the Building. Tiffany and I have just smashed through basically the first 2 seasons in less than a month. If you haven't checked it out, I highly recommend it. After we record this, probably going to go out there and watch the first episode, if not the first 2, depending on what Disney released, of She-Hulk, which is how that kind of relates back to
Oh yeah, She-Hulk.
yeah, for
Attorney at law.
Edward Norton, because in this we do get Abomination. Tim Roth does come back, appears in the new series as Abomination from the Edward Norton Incredible Hulk.
I'm not even gonna ask how that all works, but okay.
It's because they're just the way that it works is they're just ignoring the fact that Ed Norton ever played the Hulk.
Okay. Well, I can do that. I'd prefer to do that, I think,
that's all
actually.
that's all they're doing is they're just ignoring the fact that Norton ever played the Hulk. It's always Ruffalo. I think they have a great chance here to actually have the possibility of him coming back with the introduction of multiverses and the concept that different people can be different people. There is the concept that in another multiverse, Ed Norton could be the Incredible Hulk, and that Abomination. And they could even theorize it with that. Tim Roth's character could be Abomination in more than one multiverse, in one
Yeah.
universe.
The possibilities are endless. What do you think about the possible sidebar here, real quick, on just Hulk and the?
I see what you did there. Sidebar: She-Hulk, because she's a lawyer.
Yeah. Permission to approach the bench. I feel like Hulk was really fun. A really big part of the early Avengers movies. I mean, especially when Iron Man had to build like the whole Hulk stopping thing, but they never.
Hulkbuster. It's called the Hulkbuster.
Hulkbuster.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
No, it's okay.
But since they had those sort of not so great standalones coming into the franchise or coming into this whole MCU, do you think they're reluctant to do another one? They feel like they've been kind of phasing him out.
What do you mean not so great?
Thor movies.
Hulk has never had a standalone film. You have to understand that. You had Hulk, you had the Incredible Hulk, but as far as
counts as the MCU.
as far as no, well, okay. So first, for starters, the original Hulk with Eric Bana, not MCU. No, that's not MCU. Yeah. Yes, technically, the Incredible Hulk is part of the MCU, but as far as Mark Ruffalo taking over the Threshold, he's never been given the chance to get his own film, because I'm sure they have plans for things that they're doing. They have other things they want to do. They probably don't have a good enough script for an Incredible Hulk film, unless they want to do something like Planet Hulk. The only thing the closest that we've gotten to a standalone Hulk film is Thor Ragnarok.
Yeah, he does feature pretty heavily in that. I did like that. Okay. You made some really good points. I was just asking genuinely. I just feel like...
Don't get me wrong. I absolutely love the Incredible Hulk. I think he's great. But I don't think that they've come up with a strong enough standalone Hulk film to do something. And with the introduction of She-Hulk and what they're doing with bringing characters from the TV universe into the cinematic universe, we have the possibility of Hulk maybe getting his own standalone, maybe buddy film as a Hulk, She-Hulk type situation. But we won't know until we see what She-Hulk has to offer as a TV series.
Yeah, it seems like if they're not doing an origin story, they don't have much to say as to what's going on with Hulk a lot. But yeah, those are some really good points. That'd be exciting. I mean, they're really playing it nice, and I love how they are weaving back and forth between the TV universe and just connecting it all, and just pulling more and more pieces in and just having fun with it. And it's really good for just movies and entertainment in general. So
Absolutely.
kudos to them for that.
Travis, it is Thursday, coming out tomorrow. Actually, technically coming out today to the theater. We have Idris Elba's Beast. We have The Immaculate Room, Spin Me Round, and The Legend of Molly Johnson. I have only seen a trailer for one of these 4 films, but I'm slightly interested in seeing Beast. There are definitely other movies that are out. The next one I'm probably going to try and catch in the theater is probably going to be Bodies, Bodies, Bodies.
It looks really good.
It looks
annoyed. Had a great time down at the lake, so I can't be too upset that I didn't find time to get to the movies. But
No, that's okay. That's okay. Travis, anything that you want to bring up or talk about before we take it on home, as we have just crossed the 30-minute mark?
just keep pushing.
Go, excellent, pushing. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been a long sabbatical break. We're going to try and get back to a weekly basis, but life is life, and we never know what's coming on out. We never know what's happening. But we appreciate everybody that takes the time to listen to us, to watch us every week. Truly mean it. The only reason that we do it, other than just to entertain ourselves, is to entertain you. And if you really like the show, you really appreciate what we do, take a quick second, share a post on Facebook, tell your friends about it on Twitter, tell us about it on Instagram. We'd appreciate it. Other than that, from me, this is Travis, or from that's Travis, and this is Steve. And until next week, we love you all, and tip the veal, try the staff, and we'll see you next time.